We basically
Mm. All right, Belle. You about to go live, baby?
no.
Oh yeah, we going live, baby.
I don't want to go
Well,
live.
mommy already is. Okay, so if you want to say hi to the good people, please do so, Bella. Bella,
No.
Bella, say hi to the good people.
No.
You don't want to say hi?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go home. Mom, are we going to a new place?
Mm-hmm.
What new place we going to?
No, we're going to run some errands, okay? Hey, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I know I haven't can't went live to see
We're
y'all in a
gonna run some
while.
earrings.
Yes, we are running errands. Me and the princess are running our errands. But of course,
Earrings?
I need to come talk to y'all. I haven't talked to y'all in a few days. But I just want the New Year's coming up. Y'all, y'all know the drill. If you're watching me live, can you throw a one in the chat? If you are watching a replay, throw a two in the chat. If you learn something, show me some love. If there's anything you wish for me to speak about,
About.
um, things that's going on, in the financial and credit world, I'll definitely take your suggestions. If it's beyond my scope, what I'll do is I'll just team up with one of my colleagues that it is in their scope. Doing
And I
those.
got a Rubik's Cube.
And Bellamy has a Rubik's cube. Okay. So what I want to talk to y'all about today is we know this past year was a turbulent year with a lot of things that went on in the financial world. And guys, more things go on that than we
Color is
know
white,
about. There's
color is
always something going on
yellow.
behind the scenes. But this year has been kind of turbulent in the financial world. And the reason why I named this, winning with credit, ways to win with credit, because if you look and see some of the things that went on,
What
we all
color
know
is
the scripture that says, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. But
Rubik's?
as we know, there are ways that weapons do try to produce and form themselves to prosper against you. But what I'm here to tell y'all is there are ways for you to still win. There's ways around it, and it's through education and knowledge.
Like
Let's talk about
these.
some of the things that went on this year. Let's talk about number one. We got the student loan forgiveness
Number
thing
one.
that did not go through. Me myself, I was telling people to not hold their breath when it comes to that. Okay, because they're being sued right now. But the good thing that did come out of that, they're doing another 6 month for deferment because of that. Because the federal government haven't decided what's going to happen with that. With the ten or the $20,000. Um, so until then, we technically don't have to pay our student loans again until the summertime, like June or July, something like that. We had the Capital One data breach. That settlement was like 190 million, something like that. The data breach with Capital One, and me, I've been with Capital One for like at least 15 years. Like that was my start. I think it was called Clout. That's the one I had in college. They gave me they actually gave me a credit card, and that's how I started building up my credit with just a $300 limit. And the more I paid it,
2
the
and
more
2
they went
makes
off. See,
6.
the thing about it is I wasn't given any financial literacy growing up or anything, but I did know I needed to pay my bills. And I always worked when I was in college. There's times I had two jobs in college because I had to take care of myself. So, with that being said, when I used to pay my credit cards off, they just every 3 months they would just up in my limit, up in my limit. So I've been with Capital One for a long time. So the Capital One data breach settlement was one thing. The FTC sued TransUnion because of the stall letters that they were sending. So if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, it's for folks that were doing a dispute process with the three credit reporting agencies. I don't like calling them bureaus because they're actually not government bodies. So if y'all think that the bureaus are actually government bodies when it comes to the big three, no, they are not. They are reporting agencies that actually get their information from the other reporting agencies. But that's another conversation, y'all. So the FTC was suing TransUnion. What was happening, people that was going through the dispute process, TransUnion was just sending these letters saying, yeah, this doesn't look like it's you doing this dispute, and therefore they would not take care of what they need to take on their behalf, which is investigate what's actually being disputed. So that happened, and then Equifax was reporting. Remember earlier this year, guys, around March in April, something like that.
March and
Equifax was
April?
reporting inaccurate credit scores. Do y'all remember that?
Yes.
I did go live about that. I talked about it on on different platforms and all that good stuff. So for those of you who didn't do it, if you applied for something and was denied, or you did apply for something around tax time earlier this year, you might want to check and see if you was a victim of one of the people whose credit score was reported incorrectly from Equifax. Okay. Who else? Oh, Credit Karma. Word to the wise. And I'm gonna put this on my wall too, y'all. Do
Okay.
not apply for anything any of those monitoring services tell you that you're going to be pre-approved for, or oh, you got good chances for this. No, don't do it on Credit Karma. Don't do it on Experian. Don't do it on anywhere else. If any of them sites pop up, or any of them sites that we go to, because like I said, Credit Karma is an excellent tool, guys, for when it comes to looking at your credit reports. Do not apply for anything that they say that you got good chances to be approved for, or you are pre-approved. So what happened was Credit Karma was saying you're pre-approved for this, you're pre-approved for that, and people were applying for things and getting turned down because their credit isn't good enough. Okay, y'all know who y'all need to talk to to get your credit straight. So people was applying for these things, get turned down, and then they're like, hold on, wait a minute. Credit Karma said I'm already pre-approved, that I can get this, and they were getting denied. So because of that, there was a class action lawsuit. So Credit Karma had to pay a few. It was only about 3 million that they had to pay for that. So
Three
that happened.
million.
What else happened? Oh, the federal government also investigated the three major credit bureaus because once again they were not doing their due diligence when it comes to the disputing process. So it was many things that many tactics that the three reporting agencies were doing to not go through with the dispute process. They It's their job to actually investigate. So when you are in a dispute process, and this is people who, if you are my client right now, if you were my client in the past, if you're looking to do credit repair with me, these are some of the things that were happening. They were not properly investigating. This is why it's also important to actually send your dispute letters certified mail, because it holds their feet more to the fire. And even when they don't do what they're supposed to do, there's actually recourse for the consumer behind that to make them more responsible. Guys, they don't want us to have better credit and better financial states. Trust me when I tell you. So this is, again, what they were doing was the investigation. They found that the three reporting agencies weren't doing the investigation. They were automatically discarding disputes based on envelopes, based on texts, the type of text in a letter, based on zip codes, being discriminatory, okay, for real, for real. So if you're not doing my dispute because I sent my letter from a particular zip code that you see a lot of disputes come from, that's discrimination. Period. So they got investigated for that. So like I'm saying, there are so-called weapons that try to get formed against us, and we still have to fight. So when you are in the dispute process, we can, even when it comes back and it says, oh, this is validated, this is that, you can't even make the assumption that they did the investigation like they were supposed to, because it was even found by the federal government. And this is what I'm saying, credit bureaus are not the government. It was found by the federal government that they weren't even properly investigating, guys. So with that being said, the credit repair process and credit restoration process is a boxing match, okay? And you got to go to 12 rounds. And people get frustrated. Oh, this is taking too long. Well, one thing people do is they procrastinate and they want to wait till 3 or 4 months. Oh, I want to buy a house in 4 months. Like, you should have came to me 6 months ago. Like, but because there's no prediction on the credit repair process. So I'm saying that to say you got to stay in the fight for the long run when it comes to actually disputing to get your credit where it needs to be. Because like I said, they will try to form these weapons, and these weapons shall not prosper if you do it properly, which means you need to be taking guidance of an expert or doing a whole lot of research and due diligence, which a lot of people don't like doing. That's why they got me. Okay, where I do the majority, where I do the due diligence on you and do my job as an educator at the end of the day. But and then another thing is, y'all know I spoke about this before with the FICO 10 model, where which is already here. It's already here, guys, and it was adopted by the Federal Housing Financial Agency. So once this starts permanently getting adopted by the credit reporting agencies, it can be adopted by the particular bank that you are using to fund your home. As of right now, a whole lot of adoption have not been made, but we don't know when it's going to happen. The problem with the new FICO model is that it's going to hurt your credit score because they're doing something called a 2 year look back. They're going to look at your credit from the past 2 years to try to predict your future behavior. So if your behavior was that you were running stuff up, then paying it off, um, which I've done before, being transparent. Why? Because it actually will give your credit scores a significant boost. So if you've done that before within the last 2 years, because of that look back that you're doing to do the prediction of the future scores, your credit scores are going to be they're going to be lower.
Lower.
Okay. So once again,
Okay.
it is like as I was saying, it's another weapon. However, there's ways to fight against that, and that's why I named this segment "Winning with Credit." Like I told y'all, what's very important is that you have to have now, guys, is the using the trending data, which is what I call the self-reporting trade lines to help increase your credit score. If you've been on one of my presentations before, we talking about $2 a month. Did y'all hear me? $2 a
Yes.
month. You need to get with me, okay? Your monthly subscriptions. Subscriptions to Disney Plus,
Disney
your
Plus.
cell phones,
Cell
all
phone.
that good stuff. These things can be used to increase your credit score. Get with me. You can grow your credit with your subscriptions inexpensively. And it works the same way. With these subscriptions, what they do is they actually report your payments to the three credit bureaus, the three reporting agencies. Excuse me, I'm trying to get those words out of my mouth myself to help increase your credit scores. So if you are looking to purchase a home, if you want to purchase a car, get a lower interest rate, you need to be increasing your credit score, especially if you want to purchase a house within the next year or so. You need to be doing that now. Okay? Because one thing
Okay.
we know about credit, when you mess your credit up, as far as your scores going down, that happens very quickly. But when it comes to increasing it, sometimes it takes a little longer. So what I'm saying that to say is you need to be proactive with your credit and actually do these things now and not wait until, oh, I want to buy a house in 3 or 4 months, guys. Don't do that. Stop procrastinating and being irresponsible when it comes to your credit. Like, I made a mistake before, not being responsible in my credit, not monitoring my credit, and I ended up being a victim of ID theft. I was in my 20s. I wasn't paying much attention to my credit. I didn't really care much. But with that being said, we shouldn't be. You shouldn't be in your 20s and 30s now, just not paying in your 40s, not paying attention to your credit. Like, let's stop being irresponsible like that, y'all. That is irresponsible. Okay. So
Irresponsible.
with that
That
with
is
that being said,
irresponsible.
like I said, y'all, you can always text me at 844-243-4901. You can also inbox me.
Me?
Let's start getting this new information on your credit reports to increase your credit score so you can be well prepared when it's time for you to start going for the housing process, or if you need credit
It's
repair.
the holiday today.
Please understand that your credit scores and your credit report are two separate entities, but they are husband and wife. They say cash is king, but that credit is queen, baby. And the thing about it is, you can sometimes get more with less money and good credit. And you got people out here, they think they can do everything with cash. Oh, I do cash this, cash that. They ain't got no credit. Now they get denied for everything. And this is the financial literacy that we don't know and that we all need, guys. Okay. So with that being said, y'all, thank you for listening to me. Like I said, there's multiple ways to increase your credit scores. I have multiple ways I can help you, connecting you with proper accounts and all that good stuff in order to get your credit scores up. So, y'all know how to get with me. Um, Professionals, no real estate agents, mortgage providers, all that stuff. You know, no matter if they do or do not have the education, make sure you do speak with somebody who works in credit. Okay, and that type of finance. All right, so guys, y'all have a good weekend.
Yeah, have a good day.
I'll be back coming with some more tips and education and all that good stuff. Later, guys. Okay, y'all know how to get with me. Please do.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.